Good morning. Day 19. Yesterday I woke up to big fluffy snowflakes coming down. Snow had accumulated in the areas where there wasn't the wind, and it was a little chilly. I headed up to Utimburi. It was beautiful, with the way the snow had formed on the tussock and the leaves and even the signs. Yeah, so it was a climb up, and then along the ridge lines. Along the ridge lines, the wind picked up, got a little colder, but then I dropped down into the bush and it warmed up a bit. Never got warm during the day. It was overcast all day. Dropped to a hut, had lunch, and then a river walk for 4 odd K. That was alright. And then a bush bash. I was going to go up a stream and then up a little stream, but the stream was too dangerous, so I bush bashed up. It wasn't too bad. Sort of found some faint deer path for a tiny bit, and then an area with rocks, mossy rocks, which is a little clearer of vegetation, and then up into some scrubby area, which is really scratchy, until finally found my way up into some grass at the top, and then along the ridge up to a high point, and then to the hut. And I was tired. Those last few hills were pretty hard. Oh, I'm at the junction, Smith Stream Hut. This downhill was lots of comments in the hut book about how difficult it is. Very steep, and then there's a massive slip at some stage. So today I will finally reach my resupply. I don't know what I'm doing after that. I climb up a hill, and then I've got a couple of route choices, both of which have got a bush bash. So it'll depend what the conditions are like. Today's meant to be a nice day, but it's pretty cold. I'm almost at the stage where I need to put my gloves on because it's chilly, but it's meant to be sunny. But at the moment it's overcast, so no. We'll see. Alright, steepness starts now. Yes, this is very steep, and most of it doesn't have roots going down. When you've got the roots, you've got something to stand on and stop you slipping, but it's this gravelly, it's got stones and dirt, and it's quite loose, so you have to be very careful going down here. That was a big slip. Alright, continuing down, then I can go up the valley, and then I think I'm going up to that saddle. It's fun. We actually ended up coming down the side of the slip. There are lots of steep sections with gravel. This bit was actually fine because that's deep gravel, so you can go down it fairly easily. It's where it's just tiniest level of gravel over hard pack that's really slippery. But down to a little stream, follow this down to the main stream. I know why the dock time was 2 to 2.5 hours without for 1 kilometre. Woo! Nearly there, starting to flatten out a bit. I keep thinking it must be nearly there, but no, still going. Whew. Wow, what a way to start the morning. Good challenge. Woohoo! Finally, I've made it down to the main river. That was difficult. Very, very difficult. It was a kilometre, and it took me an hour. It was a kilometre downhill. Oh, that was tough. Really steep, slippery sections, so I had to be very careful with my footing. And then these trees. Oh, wow. Now I'm in the river, and I'm going up this river for 1.5 kilometres. Oh boy. If I can get across, so yeah, I'll go down there. Alright, upriver. Whew. pretty slow going. I haven't even got to the hut yet, and that's not halfway. Well, I know why the stream seems to be taking so long before seeing the hut. Because I'm on the wrong stream. I missed the last junction, so I've gone about 400 or 500 metres too far. So I have to backtrack and then try and look for a stream junction. I don't remember seeing one. Well, it was silly. Not back to the stream junction, that's still a bit further down, but there's two ways to get to the hut, so you can get to it from this stream. So I'm going to head up to the hut, sign in the intentions book, and then drop down on the other side to the proper stream. It's my stream hut. Another ex-New Zealand Forestry Service hut. So New Zealand Forestry Service used to look after the conservation land. They used to do a lot of deer culling, and they built these huts for their hunters. Right, a couple of hunters in the hut. They must be out hunting, leaving all their stuff here. Glad I was at the other hut last night. It gets to be a crowded hut. I think I'd have to go back down the hill because there's a massive slip. That may have been where the track is, but pushed on just a little bit further, and now I'm at the junction. So this is the track I'm taking. This will take me down to the river. So I came down and I'm at the river. Now I've got 800 metres up this river to get to where I start heading up again. Here's the stream junction. So the track should be going up here. I see a marker on the tree. That's the old-fashioned permalet that the trails used to be marked with. And then I see a bit of orange tape on a log there. So heading this way. Not a promising sign for a nice, well-maintained, well-marked track. Came up the stream a lot further than I thought. I saw one orange marker on a log, so I kept on going up the stream, and I now see ribbon and some orange markers, which means I am on trail. And oh yes! Oh yes, there it is. It's a marked trail. I was so worried that it was going to be another crappy trail. Alright, now I climb up for a while. Oh, so happy to see that orange. Still looks like a rough trail, but I don't care, it's marked and it's a trail. Just so you know why I'm so happy to see the orange markers, it has taken me 3 hours to do 2 kilometres. Yeah, it's pretty tough. Got into a bit of a negative headspace for a bit, and yeah, just tired. So hopefully being back on a track will be better. First steep bit up to the spur line, and I didn't expect this. There is a sign, 2 hours Smith Stream Hut. Yeah, that's about realistic. Funny sign though, because to actually see this other one, you gotta go around the trees. Waipawa River, 3 hours, and that's where I'm heading. It's about 4.5 k, and it's a few ups and downs. Oh, right, so 3 hours, that's where my resupply is. Couple of nice things. Number one, look at that. The sky has cleared and there is sun, and I'm actually feeling warm. Oh, it's magic. The other one is the track didn't go up the hill like I was expecting. It stayed sidling along the hill, and I've just got to the junction. That was sort of where I was expecting to come down instead of coming around. So that was nice. Didn't have to climb the hill, and some lovely views. Mountains with the snow on back there. That's nice. And then some more as well up there. Yeah. Ah, right. Downhill to a river. I stopped and had a quite a long break and took all the river grit out of my shoes. So yeah, with the sun, decent trail, lovely scenery, feeling a bit more cheerful now. I'm pretty miserable this morning. It was just hard work. But my body I'm still tired. Yeah, real fatigued. Muscles are tired and sore. Yeah, it's weird. This is the 9th day since I restarted. So I would have thought that I'm getting my trail legs by now. But I'm not. Yeah, I'm sort of getting weaker and weaker. Nutrition, I'm having the same that I normally have. While I don't have a big appetite, I have been forcing the food down. So yeah, I'm not sure what it is, but oh well. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, I've got a clearing. You're going to get a panorama because I can actually see for a decent distance. So here you go, here's a panorama. Just come from there, just coming into an open bit now, looking down the valley way down there, and then up into the beautiful mountains. Ooh, lovely. Alright, and now I continue down following these waratahs, big iron posts. Oh, wow. As I say, just come into the open, there's a breeze and it's a bit cool. So the warmth of the sun has actually been negated by the cool of the breeze. But it's lovely when I'm in shelter from the wind and just absorb the sun like a lizard. So I'm dropping down and I think I can see the trail just heading up there. It'll go over and across and then just on the edge of the farmland drop down, and then down on the far side is the Waiaho River, and that is where my resupply is. And then I'm going to be climbing up and up to that high point up there. Back into the trees and back up in the open. I stopped and had a long lunch break soaking in the sun, eating a whole lot of food, getting rid of the last of my snacks given that I've got a resupply. And now it's a steep downhill, it's a slippery stuff again, but nearly down the bottom. And down, just got to get across this river and then start climbing up. Done. You can see the spur line where I came up out of Smith Creek, then went along the side of that hill. Right, now I get a little down on a looks like very old vehicle track, starting to overgrow, but it's quite nice. Been a couple of little bogs, but nothing I couldn't get around. Another hill going down. Another big up over there to get over to. Then it's the final down to the river. There's some hunters. I heard a single shot, and apparently the boy got a deer on a single shot, which is good. So I'm at the edge of the Ruhine Forest Park. So now crossing the big stile to get into the farmland, and it's private access through the farm. From here down to Waione River. It's pretty intimidating. I'm heading up this, and then along a ridge, and then up that one, then along a ridge, and then up to that highest point you can see. Whew. I'm a little worried about the cloud build up. It was meant to be clear all day today and all day tomorrow. Yeah, and then it's absolutely miserable after that. I'd really like to get my 2 clear days. Alright, out onto the nice track. I've still got a bit more downhill to go to get down to the river. Lots of labels, and there's also a camera up there as well. They've had problems with people stealing their stock, which is really awful, given that they give us access to get through to the forest park. Alright, now down to the river, just make it out in the distance. There we go, just down there, across the river. I need to stop and fill up because I'll need water for up on the tops. Definitely going to be camping up there tonight. And then up there, and my resupply is in those trees there. There's my bucket, untouched. Woo! There you go, that is what 3 days of resupply looks like. Less lunch. I've got peanut butter and tortilla left over. Over the stile. This is a nice stable, easy one. So I now have all of my resupply. So my pack is actually pretty heavy. Oh. 4-wheel drive vehicle. Do not park on farm road. Right. So yeah, I have loaded up with water because I'm going to be spending the night up on the tops, and I also now have 3 full days of resupply, so my pack's a little heavier. Right. Swamp track. That doesn't sound very nice. But this links me through to the main track. The main car park is a couple of kilometres up that road. The reason I can keep missing off that there's actually a hut right near the top called Sunrise Hut. This is why this is such a popular walk. So there should be water there. So I've dumped a litre. So I've still got 2 litres. So I'll need a litre to get me up there, and just in case the hut has no water. Very unusual, but it does happen occasionally. Whew. Be a nice track if it's like this. I know it's not. So I've got about 5k to go to get to the hut. I'll see what time it is when I get there, whether I stay there or push on. Oh, this beautiful track. And up here, that's a sign. Short track loop 1 hour, sunrise track 30 minutes. That's me. As I am on good, well-maintained tracks for the rest of the day, I managed to take off my gaiters and my big tall gaiters and just back to my little weenie ones, so my legs can breathe. Oh, it feels good. This is a lovely track. I know on good tracks when I've got signboards. Track goes around an old swamp. Alright. Sunrise track, that's me. That way to get to the hut. But nope, sunrise track. Oh nice, and it's got some info signs. So this here is a red beach. I love the beach. Bit hard to see with the sun. Another information sign, ever-changing forest. So in this forest, Rimu, Matai, Miro and some totara. And Kahikatea in the swamp. Next junction, and it's funny, it doesn't say sunrise track up, but it is. So, are you prepared? Ah, there's the sign. 2 hours 30 to get to Sunrise Hut, and it's currently 20 to 3. People, oh, they smelt. I could smell the soap. I must smell pretty awful. It's been 9 days without a shower. Actually, no, less than that. But still a week without a shower. Oh boy, they smell. When you're hiking for long distances, your sense of smell does get quite sensitive because you're not overpowered by the normal smells of society. You just have the bush. This track actually has a couple of sections of switchbacks, zigzags going up. You know you're on a popular touristy track when you've got zigzags. Like I'm back on PCT, beautiful trail, people everywhere. Information panels at the corners of the switchbacks. Every few of them. Alright, talking about Effie fights, trees that grow on trees. Alright. So I've seen 4 people so far, day walkers, judging by the fact they've only got a little weeny backpack. So it must be a popular day walk to come up here. So we've got mistletoe above and a cage protecting it from possums and that, but with small holes to let some of the birds come in and access the flowers. So that's the cage, that's mistletoe, very hard to see with this light. Much fluid in my knees, just all over. Right one's even bigger. I think the right one's the bigger of the two, but geesh, they've swollen up. Need to elevate those tonight. That was from yesterday. I noticed them swollen last night. Did the climb up the first steep bit. I've just dropped down into the saddle, and now the next steep bit. An hour 45 minutes. Woo! Gradient's been really pretty good. Having a zigzags on the steeper bits is helping. There's been a couple of bits where they're slightly steeper, but still pretty gentle. It means I can get into a good rhythm and power up the hill. Though, with how I am at the moment, it's not power up, it's slog up. But still, making good progress. Oh. This is where Shadow Shack used to stand. The shack was established in 1911 after a horse carrying building materials to Buttercup Hollow collapsed and died in this very spot. This is possibly how the hut got its name. Balls. Alright. Any ranges are so high and steep they act as a cloud buster for prevailing westerly river. That's why it rains 5 times as much at the top of the ranges as it does in Unga Unga, just below. What I didn't mention before is from the river up to the hut is 740 vertical metres. So definitely a good climb. Well, change of vegetation line into the little short trees now. I can see up, still got more climbing. Explaining the dense vegetation that you can get up there. Alright, I'm here. This was quicker than expected. It's yeah, the sign said 2 hours 30 and it's taken me 1 hour 30. Oh, big flat hut, as to be expected. Right. Oh. Oh, the view from the hut. There's no actual view from the hut itself, but if you walk just a tiny little bit, this is what you get. It's the helicopter landing pad. Wow, gorgeous. This is the bunk rooms. It goes up 3 levels. 1, 2, 3. I think there's 22 bunks here. 22 bunks. There's another bunk room in here. Look at that. And then we've got the main room, fire pumping out heat. And the kitchen.